Hey people, it's me, Kira. Hi, hello, hi and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to be filming how I revised for my GCSEs as a homeschool student, and I'm going to be giving you my tips and tricks, I guess. So yes, and I just want to apologise for not uploading in 2 months. That's because I was obviously busy doing my GCSEs, but now I only have one left, so I thought to film this video. So I have a message. So as I'm going to be filming this video, I'm also going to be kind of doing a revision look back thing where I basically show you guys what I did to revise and kind of say what helped and what didn't help. So yes, let's get started. I think I put it in the wrong way, I don't know. So my first tip, which is probably the most obvious tip, is use highlighters. And the way I used my highlighters was to obviously highlight key points and equations, and I also gave a specific subject / topic, specific colour. And the highlighters I used was a mixture between the Stabilo pastel highlighters, and then kind of like halfway through my GCSEs I ordered some new highlighters, and they actually came from Japan. So they're from Amazon, but they came from Japan and they took ages to come, but it's 4 of these pack of 5 20 highlighters. They're by Zebra. They're like mild liner is what they're called. So one side is highlighter and then one side's more of a felt tip. And this is what they look like, and they have loads of different colours in silver, well, grey and brown, which I've never actually seen highlighters that colour before. So I was amazed when I saw them. So I think when you kind of highlight something in a specific colour, you remember it more, because when you're in an exam and you've got a question that you revised for, you can refer to that colour and it will basically help you remember it. And also, talking about having colours for specific subjects, for flashcards I did the same thing. So for science I used green highlighters. I have 2 stacks of them here. The rest in my folder, but I just took these with me. I ran out of these green ones, I couldn't find any more. So my friend saved the day and gave me some green ones. They're slightly different colour, but they're green. And then I had yellow for French. Again, I've just got a few stacks here. I didn't bring any brothers, but I had blue for English and red for math. And then when I was going to English, when I was revising quotes for my books for English language, I should specify, I got this binder of flashcards from this place called The Works. I think they're only in the UK, I'm not too sure. There's 50 revision cards and it's like a little flip book, and for each book that I was studying I had a specific colour. So for example, for Of Mice and Men I had yellow, and I basically just put each character name and then their quotes on the other side, and I memorised them like that. Now for maths and science, obviously I created revision posters, but one thing that I found really helped me is I stuck post-it notes on my vanity mirror. So I've got them all here, and I have pink for maths and then the greeny blue colour for science, and I just put simple equations on there. So I got like Serre's rules, volumes of different shapes, and I just stuck them on my mirror. And because I sit at my desk every day, when I was looking in the mirror I was just reading all of these notes, and because they were like written very simply, that really didn't make sense, they were easy to remember, and it really helps having things stuck around your room slash house, because you kind of see it on a daily basis and you read it and you remember. For past papers, because I do IGCSEs, so if anyone does IGCSEs out there, then this will be handy for you. I go onto this website called Save My Exams. I'm going to leave like a little picture up here, called Save My Exams, and they have math and science. There's some more, but I only use the maths and science past papers, and they literally have loads on there, because IGCSEs are ran in January and May / June. So there was loads of past papers, and I literally just had one big notebook. This is a Puka pad, and I literally just did loads of past papers. I can't actually open a book. Loads of past papers in here, just so then you get used to the style of GCSE questions, and it also helps you to know what to revise, because if you're struggling with a question, you can just write it down on a post-it note and know to revise that later on. Most people struggle with when to start revising. I started kind of April, the end of April, and that was just me creating a load of flashcards. And obviously we're doing revision in class at that point too. So I was just creating loads of flashcards, and then you kind of have the resources, so you haven't got that stress when it comes to May and June. You don't have that stress of thinking, oh my god, I need to make everything, because obviously once you've made flashcards you can just test yourself on them, but they do take forever to make. That's the problem. So start early on making those. And then as for past papers, I just kind of did them during the week of that exam and the weekends as well. And then revision. If I had like a day free of exams, I just do complete revision for that specific subject I had the next day. And I wouldn't do any at night. But if I had one, for example, if I had one on a Tuesday and on a Wednesday but not on a Monday, I would split my day in half, and I would also revise in the evening of those exams, because I don't know if you're like me, but I forget things very easily. So I found that revising the night before helps things stay in my mind better. And also when I was driving over to my exam centre, I would look through notes / flashcards. So, revision posters. So here's where I give you guys a few examples of the style posters I created for my revision. I didn't show you all of the papers because I thought it would be very boring for you to sit through, so here's a few examples. Here's all of my notes that I did, and I actually stuck them on my wall, my wardrobe doors, and they would definitely not fit all at once, so I took them down once I'd taken that paper. So I don't think I have them in any specific order. Oh, I might do. They might be a bit mixed up. Okay, so I'm just going to go subject for subject and just sum up how I did my revision papers. So for math, I did a need to know formulae sheet. I did quite a lot of writing for surds, because I always find it helps if you kind of know what you do with surds and what are they and what they're kind of solving. Then it also helps do surds, although there was no surds questions in my paper, so that was helpful. So yeah, for English Lit, obviously I created my flashcards, and then I created posters on the books I had to study. So I watched this really, it was like an hour-long video of Mice and Men, and it was tips and tricks for Of Mice and Men. So it's only half an A4 piece of paper, but I literally just wrote them all down there and then highlighted the key points to remember. Context of Mice and Men, kind of mind map poster thing here. Of Mice and Men breakdown. So I've got the breakdown of the chapters here, context and symbolisms and main themes. For in spectacles, I did a breakdown sheet, so I got a summary of the storyline and then a breakdown of each chapter. And then English language, I created a poster of how to structure and what to include in writing essays, keywords, sentence starters as well, so you're not repeating yourself a lot. I try to remember as many of these as possible, so it's very helpful. Science, I probably did the most for science. Okay, so the rest of it is science. So I did double award science, so I needed one paper for each type of science. So I'm just gonna try and go through these as quickly as I can. So light reflection, again diagrams. Diagrams are really good because they create that image in your head. Electromagnetic waves, I literally just wrote the title of the waves and the definitions, and again colours. I created this key of every group, well, the important groups, so group 1, group 7, group 0, metals and non-metals, like where they are on the periodic table, and then I wrote compounds and electronic structures, because basically this is all about the periodic table. I wrote it as a key, and then I did little post-it notes, nothing underneath them. I don't really know why I did post-it notes, but I did. And at the back I have states of matter. I have my drawing of the lungs and what happens when you inhale and exhale during breathing, and then I have some stuff about homeostasis on both sides, but this side I went into a lot more detail. Cell biology, I just drew all the cells and labelled them, and then underneath I talked about specialised cells. And where I got all my information from was obviously my school books, and I actually ended up, from December to now, I actually ended up doing all my work on my iPad with the Apple Pencil and that. So I used my work from there, and then I also took down my books from my previous school, so that would also help me remember which topics to revise, and I also got some more information from there. And then the textbooks that I used was these ones, because I do international GCSEs, we have to use specific textbooks. So this is just my maths one, but altogether I think there's about 11 books that we had to have, and I'm not doing 11 subjects. But yes, so these are called the Pearson's Edexcel International GCSE Mathematics A 9 till 1, and it is literally, they are really thick textbooks, and they aren't specifically revision books, but I mean textbooks are revision books. And then at the end of every unit they have exam questions, exam style questions, to do with everything that you've studied, and they also have a code at the front for you to be able to get an online version, which also includes a lot more questions. And then my main tip for approaching a paper the night before, preferably, is to look at the specification and see what the examiners want from you and see what they're really asking for. And also mark schemes are a great way to do that. So once you've done your past paper, you must mark your answers to see exactly what keywords the examiners are looking for. And for example, for English, when you're looking at specification / past papers, you can it's like the AO1, AO2 kind of levels like that. I'm not really too sure exactly what they are, but basically they're really helpful because they have bullet points of key things they want you to include and what the examiner is looking for. Okay, so I hope I have included everything, and I hope that I have helped you guys, and if I did, or if you just enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you have anything nice to say or any video requests, and hit the subscribe button to see more of my YouTube videos, and hit the notification bell to know when I next upload. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!